If Arsenal were a tennis player right now, would you rather win like Federer, maybe quite beautifully, or Djokovic and just get the job done and keep going?
I wouldn't care as long as we win. So if it's nice, take that. If it's in any other way, take that as well. You just want to win.
Who are you most like? Who would you like to compare yourself to in that list that we've had? That's I think a bit of both. I like the style of Federer, but the aggression of Nadal, I would say. Nice. What a combination. And when you think Alcaraz, I'm just thinking of some of your teammates. Surely it's got to be Saka, hasn't it? You know, the way that he plays with a smile on his face.
Yeah, I would say so. He has that a bit. So he always plays with a smile, whether it's in training or games. I think most of the time everyone wants to smile, but when it comes into the game, it can be different, right? So it depends on each game.
Probably should have a word on Andy Murray, because he played in an era, didn't he, where there was a lot of good people, and that kind of grit and resilience, he kind of used that hurt of coming up short and eventually got to where he wanted to be. And I guess that's kind of similar maybe to this group that you're in at the moment,
indeed,
in that sort of mentality.
Yeah. Obviously they have to have a great mentality to be wanting to be the best in the sports. So it's good to see. Let's
talk a bit of golf then. Tiger Woods.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, another one of the absolute greats. He won his first major, the Masters, by a record 12 shots. And I think that says quite a lot about him, doesn't it?
Wow.
He has the sort of dominance that changed sport, didn't he? Like the way that you kind of looked at it, and he raised the level.
Obviously, I don't know that much about golf, but if you would speak about golf, there's one name what pops up into your head, and that's him. So that says a lot, I would say.
And looking at the guys that you're with day in, day out, the one that makes you all raise your level is who in this group?
Raise everyone's level, you mean?
It's kind of redefine what this team's about. You know, somebody that just sets the standards, that questions, that constantly you look at it, you know, you look at him and say, right, I just need to go that bit more, the ultimate pro.
The ultimate pro.
Yeah.
I would say Christian Norgard is a good example of that.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because?
On and off the pitch, he always wants to be, he always, not so much maybe in terms of us, but if I look at him personally, he always wants to set a higher standard for himself on and off the pitch, and I think he's a very good pro, whatever happens. So I think he's a good example there.
Yeah, and I guess the flip side of Tiger is someone like Rory McIlroy. I don't know whether you followed his career, but when it clicks, it clicks. He plays on emotion and momentum, and he's had some quite spectacular moments by kind of holding on to that emotion and momentum. Wonder who maybe is more like that in your team?
Just like that in our team.
Who's the most emotional of your team?
Emotional?
Yeah, who drives that kind of, he can really get you right there.
I think Ricky Calafiori is someone who, drives on emotions a bit.
That sort of chest pumping sort of passion.
The more he wins his duels, for example, the more he wants to go into them, the more he wants to. So I think he might be one of them,
Just hearing a bit of a darts fan.
Yeah, I do.
Like a bit of it. So Luke Littler became the youngest player to ever reach the World Darts Championship final. Do you remember how old he was?
Who, Littler?
Yeah, when he got to that first final.
16, right?
Yeah, correct. Extraordinary. What were you doing at 16?
Me? School and getting into the first team for trainings. That's all.
You obviously love darts. What do you admire about him?
he has also that mentality, I would say, that he doesn't really care about everything around him. So I respect that a lot as well, because obviously there's so much pressure on him, because he's still that young, and to perform like that is amazing.
And if you look at sort of him, who plays like they don't even realise they're supposed to be nervous?
Oh, I don't know. I think I have a bit of that as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
That you don't be nervous,
Yeah,
even when you expect. I don't know. I've always had that in me, I would say. I don't care about what's going on around me. I just want to perform on the pitch. Focus on myself and the team, and whatever happens in the game, I know there will be. Yeah, I'm just that person. Even if I miss a chance, I know like the next one, if I get one, it's going in, and I have that mentality on the pitch, and I think it helps me in a lot of cases.
Yeah. I mean, I speak to a lot of athletes, and it's that ability to have that ice cold veins when it really matters that takes you to the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it does, yeah. Some situations it's hard to deal with, but if you can be composed, it helps you a lot.
Yeah. Luke Littler, anyone else you like out of that lot? Feel the power, you must have watched a bit of him. Van Gerwen?
Yeah, Van Gerwen obviously has set the tone as well over the last 10 years, I would say. But yeah, there's so many good players.
Brings that sort of sense of chaos, doesn't he, in the way that he plays
no,
so
yeah,
quickly?
Yeah, he's aggressive as well, yeah. So yeah, he's very good as well. I think we have a lot of good players now in darts, I would say.
At snooker, it's about seeing the whole table, isn't it, before you start?
Yeah, I think that.
So who in your team sees the whole scenario?
The whole scenario.
Who's that one with that vision?
I would say Martin, yeah. He has that, I think, naturally, and also probably developed it when he was younger. And you know, when he's on the ball, you can expect everything from him, so he's probably the one. So
just finally then, we've heard from you like the aggression, that's come through a lot, that dominance, that ice cold veins. With all those sort of sporting attributes you've got in your squad, it's about going out and fulfilling all of that, isn't it? To have this kind of legendary status that some of these people do.
That's what we want, yeah. And that's what we are going for.
And you've got the ingredients to be able to do it in this group of players.
Yeah, I have the belief, yeah. And I think everyone has a belief, and we want to go for it, and that's what we're going to do.